So, doctor, what are the symptoms for male infertility? Yeah, so, doctor, how is the sperm evaluated? So, can sperm quality decline due to medication and treatment side effects? So, doctor, what can a man do to boost his fertility? Hi, hello, and welcome to my channel, My Triplet Journey. This is the famous Dr. Dharmaraj. He has done the most micro-TISA cases in India. He has done his fellowship in andrology from Cleveland Clinic, USA, Ohio.
As far as fertility is concerned, in prior days, in olden days, it is mostly attributed to the female factor. That is, female factor is considered as the important cause for infertility. But as the days goes, and then present days and near past, and then henceforth the future also, more men are becoming the reason for infertility.
So, doctor, what are the symptoms for male infertility?
As far as male infertility is concerned, usually they come with they do not have child after a marriage or after a proper sexual intercourse for a period of 1.5 years to 2 years, and then usually, and then when they come with such features, and then we do clinical examination first, and then in general we are assess how well they are androgenized. Androgenized means how the body hair is distributed, and then how their genitals, the testicular volume, how is the penis, and then how is the prepuce, the tip of the penis, whether it is covered or it is released, and then presence of any varicoses or anything, and then these are the parameters, clinical parameters which we assess, and then at last we will subject them to a test called semen analysis, and then which involves the assessment of various parameters like semen count, motility and morphology, and then beyond that, if we suspect that a patient is having the symptoms of hypogonadism, that means low testosterone, then we will perform some basic hormone tests like FSH, LH, testosterone, TSH and prolactin, which can help them to support their treatment modality. There are various causes why there is a lot of prevalence and then incidence of male infertility. And then commonest cause which can be treated. There are certain factors which is difficult to treat. There are certain factors which cannot be treated, and then there are various challenging situations which need much attention and much care to treat and then to give their own baby.
Yeah, so doctor, how is the sperm evaluated?
The first thing we would take into account is the semen parameters. The semen parameters is the one which need to have a clear-cut attention, because there are various standards in various lab followed. We follow the semen analysis based on WHO 2010 standards, which is more important one. Here we look into count, how much count, and then before that we need to know about the number of abstinence days. At least 3 days should have abstinence before giving the sample, and then we consider count, and then motility. There are 3 grades of motility ranging from 1 to 3. 3 is the highest grade of motility, which is at least should be more than 30% for normal conception. The other factor which is most important is morphology. Morphologically, at least 4 out of 100 sperms could be normal to call that semen parameters as normal one. This is a simple introduction, and then note about the semen parameters which is essential for normal fertility. Beyond this, there are people who has compromised parameters of semen, and then there are various causes, and then the causes including hormonal derangement, and the next common cause may be varicocele, and then other causes may be attributed to environmental factors, and then food habits, lifestyle, smoking, etc. are the commonest cause to consider. And then most of the cases like hormonal derangement, and then varicocele, and then other low quality sperms which will not give pregnancy can be treated in about 60 to 70% of the cases. We can treat with medications or by minor surgical procedures. As far as the sperm evaluation or analysis is concerned, for example, they should go for a standard laboratory. For example, the standard laboratory is not seen everywhere and then every street nearby like any other laboratory where they do urine and blood samples. So with one semen sample, if they tell it is an azoospermia, they should not get upset. Not necessarily that it will be azoospermia, because we have to do at least 3 or 4 consecutive semen samples with at least 3 or 4 days abstinence. Abstinence in the sense they should not have sexual intercourse for 3 or 4 days, or males should not masturbate for 3 or 4 days. Then they have to ejaculate. The ejaculate sample should not be spilled sample, and then they should be evaluated thoroughly. There are various methods. There are equipment and then to assess the semen count, and then like CASA, and then apart from that manual methods are there. When there is no sperms, that is called azoospermia, then they ejaculate, and then that means once we see by manual method, by the basic method, if there are no sperms, they will centrifuge that semen sample by using some chemical substance, and then they will take the pellet which is seen, and then again they will see under the microscope. In that case, there may be few sperms, 1 or 2 or 3 fewer, some kind of sperms may be there which is missed in several laboratories. That kind of sperm can be always used for IVF program to produce a parents and then to produce babies. And then as far as semen analysis is concerned, the most thing is the factor which we have to look into is whether motility is there or not. Vitality again, if the motility is low. For example, some people will have 100% of the motile sperms are immotile. That means immotile sperm either can be a dead sperm or it can be a live but it is not moving. So that is checked by a test called the vitality assessment test. That is important. When many of the sperm, for example, more than 35 or 40% of the sperms are immotile, then we need to check the vitality. And then another factor is liquefaction. Liquefaction factor, and then is the factor which will not allow the sperm to get into liquid status. The liquid status, that is important, very very important. If it is not liquefying, then the sperms will form like an aggregation and it will not pass the cervix and the uterus to go and penetrate and then into the egg and make pregnancy. So there are various causes which can cause high prolonged liquefaction, which need to be addressed. And then we have to look into about the pus cells. What are the pus cells? How many pus cells it is situated? It is seen in the semen sample. And then if it is very high, it needs to be addressed. It may be due to genital infection, that is called the male accessory gland infection, goes by the term MAGI. And then we need to address those things. We have to treat prostate infections or even simple. Most of the time the prepuce of the male will not be retractable. Most of the time they will have a lot of collection or dirt inside the skin, which can produce semen infection, and then most of the time, and then which has to be treated, and then after clinical examination and investigation. This is in nutshell about semen analysis.
Can sperm quality decline due to medication and treatment side effects?
About 2 decades before, sperm count of 120 million, more than 120 million is considered as normal before 20-25 years. And then as the days advances, and then methodology of investigation, laboratory investigation gets improved, and then now even the presence of 15 million sperms in 1 ml of ejaculate is considered as normal based on the motility, progressive, non-progressive and immotile, and then progressive motility should be more than 30%, that is considered as normal. Because morphology has given greater importance, at least 4% should be normal, but even nowadays 2% is also considered as normal, as it is difficult to assess in laboratory as far as morphology is concerned. To assess a perfect morphology measurement, each and every sperms need to be measured, which is a difficult task when millions of sperms are there. Though certain techniques are there, it may not be a perfect test in each and every laboratory, because lots and lots of semen sample being evaluated in a short span of time each and IVF laboratories.
So doctor, what can a man do to boost his fertility?
As far as fertility is concerned, there are patients who has low quality semen parameters, who has normal parameters but still cannot be becoming pregnant, and then those who has no sperms at all. These are the 3 various categories we can classify into. And then as far as the low count or low quality is concerned, most of the time it is idiopathic, the reason which we do not know. Many of the times there are contributing factors like lifestyle, and then even cell phone using over the lap, and then using laptop, and then can affect the sperm production and sperm quality, and then proper sleep, and then to improve the lifestyle is very essential. Weight reduction should be there, and then smoking, there should not be any smoking habit which can hamper the sperm production and even the quality to the level of DNA. And then exposure to the environmental factors like radiation, and then like pesticides, and then these are the factors which we need to look, and we have to give them the advice, at least even though it is their job, how to away from those factors which influence their sperm quality or their fertility very much.
Thank Thank you, doctor, for joining us after 6 surgeries. He's sitting here. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for giving all these valuable
Thank you.
information.
Thank you.
I really hope this becomes of use to you. I hope you get valuable information from this. Thank you, doctor, for joining us.